Welcome. My name is Patrick Lloyd, and I'm the instructor for this course. This is General Chemistry 1, Chemistry 1100, Summer 2020, Section 10 for the lecture and Section 10L for the laboratory. Now, as this is a online distance learning mode, all of your communication with me will come in distance mode. So my name is Patrick Lloyd. I teach both the lecture and the laboratory components of this course, 10 and 10L. And if you desire to communicate with me, there are several different ways you can do that. The first is you can send me an email. My email address is patrickofkings@protonmail.com. I do have a Kingsborough email address. However, I request that you don't send me emails via the Kingsborough email address, but that you send them to the protonmail.com address. Okay, that's the better address to use for me. Please allow up to 24 hours for an email response. And if you do send me an email, please include your full name, the course you're in, and the section you're in. So for example, Rose Pierre, Chem 1100, Section 10. You can also call or text me. Now, I prefer texting myself, but you can also call. Voice is also fine. My cell number is 347-249-5676. For text, please allow up to 12 hours for a response. The first time you text me, please introduce your name, the course and section that you're in, so I know who I'm texting back and forth with. And you can text at any time, 24 hours, that's fine. I may not respond immediately, but it's okay to send the text anytime you want to. I generally respond to texting faster than email. You can also reach me at WhatsApp if you want to use that method as well. That's maybe a little more useful for sending pictures and documents and things like that. Any of those methods are fine. I do ask that you please do not try to communicate with me via Blackboard. Blackboard has a discussion group. Please don't try to communicate with me. I don't check that very frequently. And the same is true for our online learning system called Alex, that messaging system. Please don't use that method for communicating with me. Use either email, texting, phone call, or WhatsApp. Now, I am going to hold office hours using the Zoom application, but on an as-needed basis. So if you are interested in getting a little more help in the course and you need some office hours, you can contact me via Zoom. Just send me a text or an email, and then I'll give you the contact information you need. I'll send you an invitation, and then we can work through that. Okay? If you need instructions on creating a Zoom account, the link is listed right here on YouTube on how to do that. There are a couple prerequisites for this course. The first one is a passing grade in college algebra. At Kingsborough, that's Math 900. And a passing grade in preview of general chemistry, Chem 100. On occasion, a student will enroll in this course without the appropriate preparation in math or pre-chem. It's your responsibility to get in touch with me if you feel that that's your situation, that you're in this course, you were allowed to register for this course, but you actually don't believe you meet the prerequisites. Okay? Now, some things that you'll need for distance learning. You'll definitely need either a personal computer, a tablet, or a smartphone with high-speed internet access. Possession and use of all three is really recommended. If you're going to do a course online, it's really useful to have all of them, to have the laptop or a desktop along with a tablet and along with a smartphone. Okay. You also need a modern internet browser, so it could be Safari or it could be Chrome. And you need Microsoft Word or some word processing document that can read Microsoft Word documents. Now, the course is going to be run through an online learning system. It's a homework system. It's an exam system. It's called Alex. And included in that system is the course textbook. So ALEKS, A-L-E-K-S, is an online learning and homework system. It is available and it's required for this course. You can either get it at aleks.com or you can buy it at the bookstore. It is required that you have ALEKS to pass this course, and I would suggest you do the purchasing of 360-day access so that you could use it for this course. And if you take Chemistry 1200, the next course, you'd be able to use it for that one as well. Okay? Just need to be able to finish within 360 days. The price through aleks.com is $85, but you can also get it through the bookstore, but it's more expensive than that. It's $85 plus 30%. So that comes out to over $100. Okay? Details for creating an account and purchasing ALEKS is going to be later in the syllabus. We do have a textbook, Chemistry, 5th edition by Julia Burge. It's published by McGraw-Hill Higher Education. It is an ebook. When you purchase the ALEKS system, you get the ebook with it. It's included in that system. Okay? You don't need to buy the ebook separately, and it is the same ebook that's used at Kingsborough for the Chem 100 course and also the Chem 1200 course. It's used for all three. If you get the ebook, once you get the ebook, you may decide that you want to have a physical copy, and that's perfectly fine. You can purchase a physical copy. It's your choice, but not a requirement. You don't have to have a physical copy. Some people find it easier, though. Bookfinder.com is a pretty good website you can use. Search for the title, Chemistry, and then the author, Julia Burge, and that'll give you some options for getting a physical book at a better price. Okay. The edition isn't important. 3rd edition, 4th edition, 5th edition, perfectly fine because it's optional anyways. Here are some resources for distance learning. If you are involved in accessibility services or feel that you might benefit from it, their link at the Kingsborough website is given here. Technical support for things like Blackboard and college email accounts, things like that. That's available here at the IT support. That's for Kingsborough. The Kingsborough Academic Integrity Policy and Procedures is listed here as well. The link to that as well. If you have need for help, technical support is available through ALEKS. So the link for that is given here. The privacy statement, the online privacy statement for ALEKS is given, as are accessibility features. Zoom, if you choose to use Zoom, the privacy and accessibility information is listed here as well, links to all of those. So we're going to use essentially 5 software packages in this course. The first is Blackboard. So that will be used for announcements. I will send announcements to the course through Blackboard. And there are laboratory report forms that will also be on Blackboard. So check the announcements page on Blackboard daily. I will send them to your Kingsborough email address, or at least the email address that's listed for you under Blackboard. So you'll get an email for each announcement, but I recommend checking the announcements anyways. If you have any questions about Blackboard and email, just please contact the Kingsborough IT. ALEKS Online Learning and Homework System. You'll also need to that. This is what you'll have to purchase if you haven't purchased it already. You'll use this system to work and submit homework assignments and take and submit exams through the course. Complete knowledge of this system by you is essential for success in this course. 95% of your course grade will come from working in this system. So it's essential that you become very proficient at using ALEKS. Laboratory reports will be completed on a word processing package. I recommend Microsoft Word. As a Kingsborough student, as a CUNY student, you have access to Microsoft's suite of applications, the online suite of applications. Of course, you'll also need some sort of email program, email account. You will submit laboratory reports via email. Finally, if you are interested in office hours, Zoom.com video conferencing, you will need either the browser-based account, or if you download the app, you'll need an account on the app as well. It is free. Now, what will we learn in this course? The material that we're going to learn is in the textbook, which is called Chemistry, and the author is Dr. Julia Burge, and it's published by McGraw-Hill Publishers. This course is designed for chemistry and science majors and will cover topics such as the atomic theory of matter, mass mole calculations, types of chemical reactions, thermochemistry, gas laws and theories, quantum chemistry, atomic periodicity, chemical bonding theories, and properties of solutions. These topics comprise the first half of a first-year chemistry curriculum. For the complete introduction to chemistry, one might take the second course in our curriculum, which is General Chemistry 2, or Chem 1200. Below is a list of the chapters and sections from the course, from the textbook, by Dr. Burge here. So these are the chapters and the topics in those chapters that we will cover. Chapter 3, 4, 5, 10, 6, 8, 9, and 11, with the sections that are listed there. Now, if we open up the course ebook, here it is. Here is the table of contents of the course. So chapter 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 11, those are all listed right there. The first chapter that we're going to cover is chapter 3. Chapters 1 and 2 are considered prerequisite material for this course. So here are the sections, 3.1, 3.2, so forth and so on. Clicking on one of these sections will show you the topic that's covered and the discussion of that particular topic, okay? So that's the 4th edition that is included as the ebook, okay? Each chapter has problems to help you develop problem-solving skills and to help you better understand the material. There's sample problems, and these are worked out examples. You should do all the sample problems yourself. There are practice problems which are labeled A, B, or C, and you should do all the practice problems A and B yourself. C are optional. There are checkpoints in each section, and these are multiple choice problems, and you should do all the checkpoints yourself. So here is a recommended method for using the textbook so that you better understand general chemistry. First, read the text in the section, for example, section 3.1. Try the sample problem yourself. Then try the practice problems A and B, again, C is optional. Try the checkpoints in the section, and if you feel comfortable and you've got those problems down, move to the next section and repeat steps 1 through 4. So let me show you, the text is right here for section 3.1. The text in this textbook is usually really short, just a page or 2, maybe 3 or 4 per section. It's relatively short, it's not a lot of pages. But then you'll see that there's a sample problem, and so you want to work through this sample problem. The author gives a strategy, a setup, and a solution, and then a think about it to kind of review what you did and to think about the reasonableness of the answer. Okay? So you can try these sample problems. You should try these sample problems. It's followed by practice problems A, B, and C. And as I said, do A and B. C is optional. Now, the answers to the practice problems are linked right there. You can just click on that. You don't even have to click. You just have to move the mouse cursor right over, and you'll have your answers there. So you can do the practice problems A and B. And then the checkpoints are multiple choice questions. Sometimes there are 2, sometimes there are 3, sometimes there are 4. Once you've completed all of that, now you can come up over here and go to the next section, okay? So here's section 3.2, percent composition of compounds. Again, a small amount of text followed by a sample problem, followed by some practice problems, followed by some checkpoints, and you want to do as many of those problems as you can. Now there are, of course, images that you can click on for pictures, videos on occasion, and then right there is the back to the section. Okay. Now the contents have all the chapters, so once you're moving on to chapter 4 or chapter 5 or chapter 6, so forth and so on, you can click on those anywhere over here. Okay. Now, if you get a physical textbook, it'll be pretty much just like this. So the ebook is pretty much the same as the physical textbook. Okay. Now, there are course video lectures on YouTube. I've created a number of videos to help you with the textbook. So those videos has a solution to each and every sample problem. You can watch those, but also to lectures of the topics of the readings. They're available on YouTube. You can always select closed captions on YouTube if you want to see it read, the words there to the audio. And these are really to help you get better at problem solving, but also to give you an introduction to each topic, okay? But it's primarily problem solving. This course is primarily problem solving. Now, to access the videos, you can just log on to YouTube, do a search for Exploding Chemistry Patrick Lloyd. So let me show you, let me go ahead and try that. So YouTube, type in a search, Exploding Chemistry Patrick Lloyd, and then you'll see it right there. So there's Exploding Chemistry Patrick Lloyd. Please subscribe, because I do actually add videos as the semester goes along, as the course goes along. So if you subscribe, you'll get information about what videos have been added, okay? If you have any additional problems that you want me to work out for you, you're trying it, you can't really figure it out, just text me or contact me in some way. Let me know which one that you need help with. And if you cannot do a formal office hour, cannot meet with me via office hour, I might be able just to solve the problem, make a little video of it, and then post it onto YouTube. So not only would you benefit from that, but other students would benefit from that as well. Okay. Now let's talk about the ALEX homework and online system, access to the course ebook. You get the ebook through what's called ALEX. So I showed you the ebook, but you actually get it through ALEX. Work through ALEX will account for 95, that's almost 100%, 95% of your course grade, including homework and exams. So ALEX is essential. Now, the homework is based on what are called objectives, and these are things that you work on independently. They're scored and they affect your course grade. Be sure to pay attention to due dates. Submissions after due dates will receive reduced credit. ALEX is an online homework learning system. It's designed to help you to learn by solving problems. You will need to put in a minimum of 6 hours per week into the program to succeed. Now, that might seem, the number 6 hours is somewhat arbitrary. Some people are able to do it faster than that. Some people take more than that. But by putting 6 hours down, my point is you're going to have to dedicate time to the ALEX learning system. Time does not guarantee success, unfortunately. Sometimes we try to solve problems and we just can't figure them out and we don't make progress. If that's the case, then try to get help from me. Understanding the course material is what's required to receive credit under ALEX. Now, each objective is a set of problems that you have to complete. This is under ALEX. Each type of problem is called a topic. Each objective has around 10 to 20 topics. Each time you complete a topic, you get credit. You get like a check toward that, toward completing the objective. For your homework in the course, there are 7 of these objectives. So here's a list for your course. So the first objective is from Chapter 3, and it consists of 18 topics, and the due date is listed right here, June 29 at 11:59 p.m. The second objective is for Chapter 4. It consists of 12 topics, and its due date is listed as well. So there are the 7 topics. And as I said, anywhere from 10 to 20 topics in these objectives. Each of those is an objective consisting of some number of topics. Now, each topic is a specific type of problem, and these problems are similar to the ones that are in the ebook, in the textbook. So that's why when you do the sample problems and the practice problems and the checkpoints, that's going to help you to be able to do the ALEX work. Also, watching the YouTube videos can help you. Reading the ebook can help you as well. To complete a topic, you must perform the calculation 3 times successfully. This requirement is designed so that the student can't accidentally get a problem correct and then conclude that they have understanding. By correctly completing the topic 3 times, this ensures better understanding. If you get an answer incorrect, you'll need to complete an extra correct solution. Okay, so don't guess. Be careful when you do these problems. If you guess and hope, it can very quickly become frustrating. And if you really keep getting it wrong and wrong and wrong and wrong, Alex will actually tell you to stop, and it'll lock you out of the system for a while until maybe have you work on something different. So each topic has a short explanation in its text, and you can access that. And you can also, of course, use the course textbook as a resource for more details. The due dates are fixed and will not be changed. Okay? If you miss certain topics, you still get credit for the topics that you do complete. So, for example, in Chapter 3, there are 18 topics, okay? And those topics are due June 29th. If you complete 12 topics, you'll get 12 out of 18 on that one, and that would give you a 67%. So you get credit for the ones that you did. If you complete an objective early, Alex will allow you to go back and work on topics from earlier objectives. So you'll get some credit for that, not total, but you'll get a little bit of credit. So if you miss a deadline and there's some topics you didn't finish, it's a good idea to complete the next objective early so that you'll have time to go back to the previous one and work on the topics that you didn't complete. Knowledge checks. When you start the course and after your account is running, you'll be asked to do what's called an initial knowledge check to determine your understanding of the course material. This should take you 30 to 45 minutes. The system will ask you to answer questions. Answer them honestly. If you don't know the answer, just select I don't know. Don't access other sources of books or internet to find the answers. Once you complete the initial knowledge check, you'll be asked to start work by selecting Start My Path. The software will determine what topic is appropriate for you to start on. So you might be working on a different set of problems than other students are based on what your initial knowledge check looks like. Work on the topics that it provides at a rate of 3 topics per day or greater. If you cover fewer than 2.5 topics per day, you will not complete the course in time. We only have 6 weeks to complete the course, so it works out to 2.5 topics every day. But of course, there may be a day or here and there that you're going to miss. So try to do at least 3 topics per day. At the end of the really, please do not try to put it all off and do all 18 topics in one day. If you do that, you're going to run into difficulties. So try to space it out, work on it each day. At the end of the objectives for Chapter 4 and for Chapter 10, you'll be asked to perform additional knowledge checks. So 2 additional knowledge checks. These exist to reinforce understanding of the material in addition to completion. The goal of the course is to demonstrate understanding of the course material, and the knowledge checks act as an assessment toward that goal. Take them seriously. If you've forgotten how to solve earlier topics, when you take the knowledge check, it will detect that, and then you'll lose credit for the earlier ones, and you'll have to relearn them. So really try to understand what you're doing as you do these problems. That way, when you do the knowledge checks, and there's 2 of them, one after Chapter 4 and one after Chapter 10, that's after week 2, after week 4, make sure that you're up on that. You'll have a total of 3 knowledge checks. Initial, one after Chapter 4, and then one after Chapter 10. There will also be exams on the ALEX platform. You'll have 6 exams. Exam 1, Chapter 3, occurs on June 29th. Exam 2 for Chapter 4 occurs on July 7th, so forth and so on. You can see there's 6 exams. The last one is Exam 6, Chapter 8, August 3rd. Each exam will become available at midnight, 12 a.m., the beginning of that day. So for the first exam, Chapter 3, June 29th at midnight, at the stroke of midnight, it becomes available. Okay? It will go offline at 11:59 the same day. So you have 23 hours and 59 minutes to complete the, to take the exam, okay? You have 1 hour once you start to finish. So you cannot start, work on it for a half hour, pause it, leave, come back later in the day. You have to dedicate 1 complete hour in that time period, okay? Now, each exam will consist of 10 to 15 questions, and the topics on the exam are taken from the homework assignments, those objectives that we mentioned earlier, for each specific chapter, okay? The exam dates appear in the ALEKS calendar. Be sure to check the ALEKS calendar, not the Blackboard calendar, daily to remain aware of deadlines and assignments. The ALEKS calendar defaults to a week-long view. Change it to a month-long view for a better picture of upcoming assignments and due dates. There is a practice exam for ALEKS on each exam, and you can use these practice exams to prepare. They do not count towards your grade. They're optional assignments, but they help practice for the exams. Those are already uploaded onto ALEKS, and you can access the practice exams at any time. Now, it might be time for you to create an ALEKS account, so the instructions are given here. To create an account, go to aleks.com, select New Student, sign up now. Under the option, Using ALEKS with a Class, which you're using ALEKS with this class, enter your class code. The class code is right here. That's the code you want to enter, and then select Continue. You should see information on your screen that's consistent with this course, and that's its information right here. So if it appears different from this, if it has a different code, if it has a different name and section number, if it doesn't have my name, if it's a different name certainly, it should have these dates as well. If it doesn't have that, then something went wrong, okay? If it is correct, hit confirm, and then on the next screen, you'll have 2 options. One's to create a new account. The other one is you already have an account, okay? Again, if you've already paid for ALEKS in the last year, make sure you don't buy it again, right? If you've been using this for under a year, you should have 360 days of access. So use that account where you had 360 days of access, okay? Now, of course, once you create the account, make sure you write down your login name and password. Now, if you are buying it, you have to have an access code. And this is where you have to pay. It's $85. Bookstore is more expensive. Be sure to select 360-day access, not 52-week. The 52-week access gives you an extra 10 days, but it doesn't give you the ebook. And you want the ebook, okay? It's the same price, or approximately the same price, but you want the ebook. So get the 360-day access, okay? Financial aid access code. McGraw-Hill, ALEKS, McGraw-Hill is the company that owns ALEKS. They've created an option for 2-week trial access, okay? It's optional. If you haven't purchased ALEKS before, and it's going to take you a while to get some money to buy it, you can use the financial aid access code. The code is listed right here. That's the code. So that is only good for 2 weeks, and it does not add an extra 2 weeks at the end. So what happens is essentially, if you use that for 2 weeks, you lose 2 weeks of the 360-day access, okay? So that's all the registration there. Now, what about the laboratory? The laboratory component is 5% of your course grade, and it is also in distance learning mode, okay? Below is a link to the laboratory experiments on YouTube for which you will watch and study. So I'm going to click on this so you can see it. And what you'll see are all of the experiments. These are all the experiments, the videos of the experiments that are going to be performed. Okay? You're not going to be doing all of these. You're only going to be doing selected ones. Okay? But those are a list of where they are. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put into the course documents folder assignments based on those laboratory experiments. Okay, that'll be on Blackboard under course documents. Note that 2 of the experiments below, you got to watch 2 videos. And then you'll email the report. So the report form is what's on Blackboard. You'll fill it out after watching the video and then email it to me at patrickofkings@protonmail.com. I'm sorry. Okay. The subject line must possess the following: first name, last name, name of experiment. For example, Frederick James, calibration of volumetric glass. And then what you'll do is you'll do an attachment of your report form. Okay? Each experiment has a due date, and reports received after the listed date time will not be accepted, and you'll get a 0 for that particular experiment, even if you send it in after the due date. Okay? I have to receive it by the due date. Here they are. Here are the 6 experiments. 1, calibration of volumetric glassware. That is due Monday, June 29 at 11:59 p.m. So forth and so on. So those are the 6 that you'll do. And again, the videos are shown on YouTube, and the report forms will be made in course documents of Blackboard. Course grading. How am I going to grade the course? Well, the course grading is based on the ALEX homework assignments, those are the objectives, and each ALEX exam, and then the laboratory. And it breaks down in this way. The ALEX homework assignment altogether represents 65% of your course grade. Each exam is 5% of your course grade. And then the laboratory assignments altogether are also 5%. Okay? So it is heavily weighted toward the homework on ALEX, so make sure you prioritize that. Grading will be based on the following weighted average. If altogether your course percentage is between 85 and 100%, you will receive an A. The next possible option is a B, not a B plus or A minus, and that's 70 to 84%. Between 50 and 69% is a C, and then below 50% is an F. To calculate your percentage, use the following formula: 0.65 times your ALEX homework percentage plus 0.3 times your exam average plus 0.05 times your laboratory percentage. Here are some optional practice problems for improving your chemistry problem-solving skills. These are in the course ebook, and these are what we would call end-of-chapter problems. All of these numbers here, these different assignments are for different chapters. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, okay? Those are optional. Let me show you where you can find those. You come back to the ALEX, and I'm going to put in my information here so that we can access the course ebook. Oops. Sorry, wrong one. There we go. So coming back to the ebook, for each chapter, there are questions and problems. So that's after the last section there. You come over here, and then here are the problems. So I've picked several of these problems for each chapter. Of course, the answers are accessible right there as well. Okay, so that's for additional practice if you really want to master, you really want to get really good at this material. Okay, these are the learning objectives for the course for each chapter, including chapters 1 and 2, which are prerequisites for this course. So those are all the learning objectives. Okay, so that is our syllabus. I wish you the greatest luck in this course. Feel free to reach out to me anytime during the course with suggestions or questions for help, any of that. I'm here to help you during this course. You're going to be doing it all online, so try to get in touch with me when you need help. Good luck.